Have you ever felt like people are playing mind games with you? Like the world is trying to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions? You've been tested, challenged, and manipulated. But here's the truth. You mastered the entire psychology behind it. You didn't just survive the mind games, you conquered them. Welcome to today's video. If you've ever been in a situation where it felt like the world, people, or even your own mind were playing tricks on you, today's for you. I'm here to remind you that you have the power to take control of your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's time to stop letting others dictate your mental state. Let's dive into how you can rise above the mind games and truly master the psychology that's at play. Understanding the mind games. Let's start by acknowledging something we all face: mind games. People play them every day, whether it's at work, in relationships, or in society. It's about manipulation, control, and pushing your buttons. They want to make you doubt yourself, make you feel weak, or get you to second-guess your decisions. But here's the thing, mind games don't have power over you unless you let them. Think about this for a moment. Every time someone tries to manipulate your emotions or get you to react a certain way, they're testing your limits. But you are aware of these games. You can see through the tricks, and that is where your power lies. Awareness is the first step to taking control, the power of self-awareness. The next step is self-awareness. You see, mind games work because they appeal to your insecurities, your fears, and your doubts. They play on the things you don't want to confront. But the more self-aware you become, the less susceptible you are to manipulation. I remember a time in my life where I let others' opinions and actions affect me. It was draining. I felt like I was constantly in a battle, trying to prove myself to others. But one day, I decided I wasn't going to play into the game anymore. I started asking myself, why does this affect me so much? Why does it matter so much what others think? That was my turning point. I realized that I didn't need to play by their rules. I could create my own. When you begin to truly understand your own thoughts, triggers, and emotions, you regain control. You stop being a puppet to others' words and actions. You start creating your own narrative. This is the beginning of mastering the psychology of your life, building emotional intelligence. Another crucial piece of the puzzle is emotional intelligence. Mind games thrive on your emotional reactions. The moment someone gets a rise out of you, whether it's through anger, frustration, or sadness, they've won. But when you learn to control your emotions, you unlock the next level of power. I've had my moments of losing my temper or letting frustration get the best of me. But each time, I realized that reacting in those moments only gave the other person control. So I started to practice emotional intelligence. I took a step back before reacting. I breathed, and I asked myself, is this worth my energy? This simple practice transformed my life. It allowed me to take a step back and choose how I responded. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing your feelings. It's about acknowledging them and deciding how to respond instead of reacting on impulse. It's the key to breaking free from mind games. When you control your emotions, no one can play with your mind. Mastering your own psychology. Now here's the secret. Mastering your own psychology is the ultimate game changer. It's not about manipulating others or trying to outsmart them. It's about understanding your own mind, your motivations, your triggers, and your responses, and taking conscious control over them. Once I learned to control my reactions and take control of my thoughts, I realized something powerful. My inner peace was no longer determined by what others said or did. It was determined by how I chose to think and respond. I stopped playing into other people's games, and I started winning the game of life. You have the power to control your thoughts and reactions. You are not a victim to your circumstances, your past, or anyone else's manipulation. You are the master of your mind. And once you take control of that, nothing and no one can take away your peace or your power. Taking action and moving forward. So now that you know the power of mastering your psychology, what's the next step? it's time to take action. Start practicing awareness, emotional intelligence, and mental control in your daily life. Notice when someone is trying to push your buttons, and instead of reacting, take a deep breath and respond thoughtfully. Each day, you have the opportunity to master your mind. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress. You will still face challenges, but now you'll know exactly how to navigate them. You'll be unstoppable,